absolutely love hunting whitetails. I love going to the same places year after year and trying to figure them out. But one of the challenges is learning how to hunt deer in different seasons, because honestly, it's not the same. You can go into one area that you know perfectly, and during the rut is completely different during late season, and that's completely different than early season. So what I like is that challenge, changing things up. A lot of times I go back to the same state year after year. The reason is pretty simple. The hunting is phenomenal. And one of those places is South Dakota, East River, South Dakota, where I can get an archery tag every single year. Well, I've been there early season. When you can go out there, you can sit a water source, and it really is unbelievable how many deer will come to one water source because there's not that many options out there. But it's really a challenge because you're staying put and you're waiting for those deer to come to you. Now, the next time of the year I've been there, during the rut. In my opinion, you can't beat it. You are sitting there, you're in the trees, they're reacting to rattling, to decoys, they're posturing. It's amazing to see, and it makes it really exciting because even when a buck comes in that you're not gonna shoot, when they bow up to that decoy, it gets your heart racing, and it just makes for an amazing experience. Now, when I think of late season South Dakota, number one thing I think of, freezing weather. It is so cold and windy, but it makes for some amazing deer hunting. These deer all bunch up in one area, and when they all congregate together, well, it can make it hard to get in close, but boy, when you get in close, there's nothing better. Well, we're all set up in our blind. Now I'm thinking we're right in the money, right where we need to be. There's tracks all around here. I know this has been a highway for the deer. I'm just hoping by us moving in, hopefully we don't push them out. But I think if we sit tight, we're gonna be pretty good. When I'm planning out my hunts, it is really hard for me not to plan that peak of the rut to be in South Dakota. It's one of my favorite locations. And this past year, I was planning on hunting the Rosebud Reservation first, then going to Cody's and doing my East River archery tag. Well, good plans, well, they start out that way, but that's just not quite how it worked out. In fact, I was on the Rosebud Reservation. We were having such amazing hunting that I just couldn't pull myself away. In fact, I missed my entire week of going to Cody's because I didn't want to leave there. And that's what whitetails will do to you. When you get right in them, it makes it just such good hunting that you don't want to leave until you finally get your deer. Well, once I got my deer in the Rosebud, well, I was sort of out of time. In fact, I still was going to Pierre because I had to pick up my mom for my next hunt. My cameraman was meeting me there, and I thought, okay, we've got a morning. I can't sleep in Pierre, South Dakota during November and not go out hunting. So we got up nice and early, we went out to the blind, we had one morning to get it done, and we saw some beautiful bucks. Now this was a different location than I usually hunt during the rut. During the rut, usually I go in the trees, I'm rattling, putting out decoys, but this time, number one, I didn't have my decoy with me. I actually didn't have space in my truck, so I left it over on the Rosebud. Number two, well, we put one of Cody's decoys out, and he said, if you've got one morning, I have got the place for you. All the deer will move through this area. They're gonna come in bright and early, and the deer were all over. And when you're hunting there, it's not little deer. I mean, these were beautiful deer, and unfortunately, they were just walking a little too far away. I didn't want to take that long of a shot. I had the windows, I had everything trying to get situated, and we ended up just letting those deer walk. But it gave me a little taste of what South Dakota has, reminded me of what I'm missing, and I vowed right there to make a plan to come back late season.
This segment was brought to you by Sportsman's Alliance. Our heritage, our fight. Protecting hunting from coast to coast.
Did you know the Sportsman's Alliance submitted comments in support of U.S. Fish and Wildlife's proposed delisting of Greater Yellowstone ecosystem grizzly bears and are preparing to defend the action in court? Just another fun fact showing you how sportsmen and women are helping make a difference. over the years, I've decided South Dakota is probably one of my favorite destinations for whitetails. The reason why is you have so many options. You can get West River tags where you can shoot mule deer or whitetail. I hunt the Rosebud Reservation and I hunt East River. Now when I'm going to East River, I hunt right outside a pier at Cody Warren's place. I absolutely love it, but the thing is at Cody's, it's basically a self-guided hunt. You are paying for a lease, you're going out there, and that land is yours to figure it out and to make it happen. I love that challenge, and it does make it really fun. You're hanging tree stands, you're setting things up, and you're really learning what these deer are doing at different seasons. Now, one of the key things that I like to bring along, I like to put out my cutty backs, because then you can have 3, 4 different setups, and when you're out doing it yourself, you're scouting, you're trying to figure it out, it's nice to have those cameras, because let's face it, as hunters, we're always second guessing where we went, and you only have a set amount of time, so you want to make the best use of it.
Well, I just walked in probably close to a mile. It's freezing outside, but I'm just steaming right now. So I got into my blind now. This is a hay bale blind set up right on a stock dam. Now this is actually a dam that I've hunted early season. The deer are here early season watering. Late season, they're all wintering. There's a ton of cut corn, just sunflower stubble out there. They're out in that bedding, and this stock dam is just loaded up with tracks. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome. It's a really nice little cozy blind here. It's probably about 0 or a little below this morning. I think the thermometer said a couple degrees below, so nice cool morning, and it's late season, so we are going to see a ton of deer.
As a hunter, I think we all appreciate the challenge of hunting whitetails in different seasons. I've hunted late season, early season, I've hunted all over, but I've been out there on opening day and things are totally different. I don't care where you're at. When you're hunting that early season, you're hunting bucks that are patternable, and you are setting up on them and hoping that they don't change those patterns. It's worked for me in Illinois. In fact, I had a 160-inch deer, one of my very first years ever hunting, come right in and I blew it. I missed the shot. I got too excited, but unfortunately, that's what happened. Now, I'm also a huge fan of hunting late season. Now, as a Minnesota girl, late season is probably one of my favorite times because once again, those deer are all congregated in one area usually, and a lot of times it's around a food source. If you don't have the food source on your property, well, figure out where the food source is and set up on it. It can be some of the best advice for late season hunting. So this year, I was heading to East River during late season. Now, this wasn't just any time. This was literally as late in the season as you can possibly go. Their season ends December 31st. So I decided the day after Christmas, I packed up my gear and I headed straight to South Dakota. Now, I wasn't gonna ask a cameraman to come with me. The day after Christmas up until New Year's, kind of a time for family. So I threw all my gear in my truck, headed to South Dakota, and that's when I looked at the weather. Never, ever was it supposed to get even above 10 degrees. And I thought, you know what? That is perfect. Late season, one of the things you want is absolutely cold weather. It gets those deer to the food sources, they bunch up, and I thought, there's no better place to be in the entire world during 10-degree weather than in South Dakota.
This segment was brought to you by Boss Buck. For the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market, choose Boss Buck feeders. Now you're getting serious. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Cuttyback Digital. More deer, fewer blanks. Hard-hitting Easton Arrows. Golden Triangle Whitetail. Winchester, celebrating 150 years of legendary excellence. Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry technology. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology. Convergent Hunting Solutions, where experience, innovation, and passion meet. Sportsman's Alliance, protecting hunting from coast to coast. Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And Moose Utility Division, your leader in ATV, UTV accessories.
South Dakota is one of those places you can go back to year after year and you can try it in all different seasons. There's advantages to every type of season. In the past, I've had some amazing hunts during the rut in South Dakota. Now, these are hunts where it really is all about interaction. You are out there in a blind that you set up, you pick the location, and you have deer coming in because of you, because of your rattling, grunting, your decoy, whatever it is. The level of excitement to see these deer coming right into your setup, being at eye level, is pretty amazing, and it really does make it fun. So you can imagine just how hard it was for me to skip the rut hunt. That is a hard thing to do. My first year going out there, I've never seen anything like it. I think I ended up decoying in over 35 different bucks into one setup. It really, as far as whitetail hunting goes, it's the best it could ever be. It's the most exciting, and even when they're not necessarily shooters, to have deer in that close and you be in a ground blind that you set up only days earlier, well, that's showing you that everything you have done is coming together and it's working perfectly. When you see them at 10 yards, bowing up to your decoy, and you're sitting there having to make a decision, is it a shooter or is it not? And they're all bristled up and every deer looks huge. It's hard to keep those nerves under control, but what it does, it shoots that adrenaline through the roof and it makes it an experience of a lifetime.
I'm out here in South Dakota at Cody Warren's place, and usually I come out here hunting during the rut with my decoy. This year I only had about a day, couldn't get it done, so now I'm back out here the last few days of season. It's after Christmas. I've got that short window of time between Christmas and New Year, so I'm hoping to get it done, and I know he has got so many deer out here, so totally different hunt, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get an eyeful.
One of the challenges you're gonna face is the fact that when it's so cold, a lot of the deer, they're bunched up, but they don't wanna move very far. So they're bedding very close to where they're eating. And what that means for you as a hunter, well, you can't just be driving into your blind in the morning, or you could push them all out. So what that meant for me, long walks in.
It is a long walk through the snow. Doesn't seem that tough, but apparently I got a little Christmas cookies to work off. We're out here, just had a great morning out in the blind, but now moving locations. A lot of these deer are going to the corn and a milo field in the evening, so I'm gonna go straight to that blind, get set up there, but it's cold out, but I am hot now. This filming your own, it's for the bees.
Memory Chase, building our future, one child at a time.
Memory Chase is all about getting more kids involved and features home video from viewers just like you. This week, we're going to Michigan with 10-year-old Alyssa Corpus.
So it's my first time doing my turkey season, and I can't wait. And we are in a very slow blind and waiting for our turkey to come.
One of those birds. Okay. Ready? You got it. No, hang on. No, don't shoot. Now the one in the front, top of his back. 1, 2, 3, go. You got him.
I can't believe I did that. Oh my God.
What did you do?
I just killed a turkey with a bow. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
I can't believe I just killed a turkey. I know I keep saying that, but it's so amazing. I'm really excited. Hey, it's Dad.
What'd you kill?
A humongous turkey. Rest in peace, buddy. It is one heavy bird.
Do you have an amazing youth hunting experience you'd like to share with us on Memory Chase?
You got him, buddy.
Yes.
Each week we highlight one young hunter on the show and present them with a huge prize pack that includes a brand new mission bow. For a chance to see your favorite kid on TV, visit memorychase.com for details. After all, our future is built one child at a time.
This segment was brought to you by Convergent Hunting Solutions. Try their electronic game calls today, featuring Bluetooth technology to work right with your smartphone. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Winchester, celebrating 150 years of legendary excellence. Matthews Archery, catch us if you can. Field and Stream, where traditions begin. ScoutLookWeather.com. Download the free ScoutLook hunting app for your smartphone. Reinhardt, the best archery targets in the world. Garmin, enhance your outdoor adventures. Winchester, the American legend. Sure Shot Jewelry. Check out the Melissa Bachman collection today. And Boss Buck, for the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market. Now you're getting serious. Closed captioning is brought to you by Cuddyback Digital. Upgrade to Cuddyback and your images will never look better.
There's a certain level of anticipation and excitement when you know you're going to one of the best blinds you've ever even heard of. And at Cody's, well, he was confident that I was gonna get in there, and he said, you're literally gonna see more deer than you've ever seen before. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of deer. And I'm thinking, okay, that's awesome. I'm in, count me in.
Now, even though I'm a Minnesota girl, I still get pretty cold. And right now, it is freezing out. It's below zero. We're out here in South Dakota. And the crazy part is, well, I'm out here filming myself. It's between Christmas and New Year's. Nobody wants to come out here and film, except for me. I want to hunt. So I'm hunting and filming. It's going to really make this a challenge, but there are so many deer here. It's a different time of year than I usually hunt, and I am really excited.
I started looking out there, and it truly was something I have never ever seen before. If I didn't have a video camera to showcase it, I don't think people would believe the number of deer that I was seeing. Well, as I sat there, it wasn't long, and they started streaming through. Now, here's the problem. When you're out there, you're trying to film yourself, you've got a little hay bale blind with very limited window space. It's not exactly that easy. I saw shooters right away. I'm trying to get things situated, figure out which window is the best, and I blew it. And these deer were able to get right by my blind, never had a shot. Well, as I'm kind of looking at that, there's another shooter. I look forward, I see this huge brow tine buck. I love the big brow tines, and there it was coming right over the hill. There were so many deer, I truly was having a hard time deciding where to even set up. And I'm literally missing one shot after another at big shooter deer. They're right there, and I'm trying to film them instead of shoot them. So at that point, I had a decision to make. Am I gonna just shoot one of these deer because they're coming within range of my blind, or am I gonna try to film it, get a show, and do it the way I came to do it? And I decided there, I'm having so much fun, it's not even about shooting a deer right now. Even though I didn't get a buck, I truly look back at it as one of the best whitetail hunts I've ever been on. That evening was absolutely the most fun night I've ever had, and I never ever released an arrow out of my bow. It truly does remind you that it's not about killing something, it's about being out there, enjoying it, and this was that and so much more.